to recognize
So the girls' programs,
and their parents
English,
and thank
soccer,
them for their
softball,
contributions,
can't compete against
not only to
anybody.
the soccer
Right.
If they
program,
play
but to the
Harrington
school
School,
in
they
general
compete.
I
over
know.
the last 4 years.
Classical
They
girls,
shouldn't go by that.
classical girls,
To
softball,
Coach Mike
soccer,
Shannon
basketball,
and
they're
Coach Shannon
usually in the
Becker
tournament, they're
for
competitive.
all of their
Right.
support.
They can compete easily in the Northeastern
The
Conference.
first senior that we would like to
Now
acknowledge
you're gonna have to,
is Jess
travel.
And they were close. The cities were all close.
Yeah,
Marblehead,
you're gonna get
Swampscott.
frequent flyer miles now. You have to use helicopters to get there.
Right. Like Medford's hard to get to. Somerville takes a while to get to.
Yeah.
Chelsea's not in the greatest spot.
Jess Page is number 1.
Even
wow.
Everett, you're going down major, highways.
Right. At traffic time.
Yeah, you have to get on Route 1.
Route
to
1's
begin with,
terrible.
and then
Oof.
off onto other highways.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a pain.
The second senior I'd like to call out is number 3, Mary Collins, with parents Billy and Maureen. Number 10, Hannah Guthrie, with parents Wilson and Jessica.
The little flag with the 1.
It does look like a 7
See
from
it?
right here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said to him, look at the back of your daughter's shirt, and tell me if it's a 1 or a 7.
Right.
And then tell me from up here, and then tell me
Mm-hmm.
when she's over there on the other side, whether it's 1 or a 7.
Yep.
You know? I said, I'm sorry if I did that. I had one guy 1 year. The last game of the season, it was a basketball game at St. Mary's. I'm coming down the stairs from the gym. He's at the bottom of the stairs. He looked at me, he said to me, you do a good job, but I think you're an absolute moron. I said, thank you for the compliment. You must have been talking to my wife. He said, you've been mispronouncing my son's name all year. So I said, thank you, and let's hear it one more time for the Lynn Classical High School seniors. good evening and welcome to Manning Field as we start Game 2 of Thanksgiving in May. And I do that every time English plays classical. This is in the boys' version. English jumped out to a 3-0 lead and beat classical 3-1. Now it's the girls. Classical trying to get the Rams a split, taking on the Lady Bulldogs. Elise Newsom is in net for classical. The ball goes out of play. Elise Newsom for English, Anna Flaherty for Lynn Classical. They knock it deep. Glasgow coming down the near side. They had to get the shot off because Anadia Welton was catching up. She is so quick. She flies. English only has one senior, Casey Rouse. She hasn't played the last couple of games. I don't know if she's hurt. She was in uniform for their senior night last week, but I haven't seen her on the field since. And here's Welton again, getting there very quickly as Glasgow's coming down that far side. Corner kick coming from the far side. Mary Collins got a foot on it, popped it up. Glasgow trying to get a foot on it. English takes it away. And that was Welton again, making a couple of nice defensive plays. Newsom comes out, grabs it. We mentioned they had senior night before for English. Casey Rouse, the only senior. Newsom comes out, we'll grab it. They honored the classical seniors here tonight. And they were Jessica Page, Mary Collins, Hannah Guthrie, and Kitty Mannion. It's Kathleen Mannion, but they call her Kitty. There's always a big game. Super Bowl time in the city of Lynn when these teams get together. First time ever in May. And the football team will finish it off on Friday night. Shot from long range by the leading scorer the last couple of years for English. And that's Melissa Zayas. She got the 2 goals they got against Chelsea. To give them their 1 win. Getting around the defense, centering it. They were going to knock it home, and they making the defensive play. Was the defense. They threw it out in front. Glasgow wide open. Wide open net. The defense came over and made the play. And I'm trying to get her number. Glasgow trying to walk in. Defense again pushes her off. Out in front again. Two outstanding plays. The other one was an outstanding play. Save. Became the goaltender and made the save. I think it was Emma Guzman. And that's Guzman there popping it up. She popped it right to her goaltender, Newson. Welton made the other play as they tried to get around her to get a shot. It was a nice rush by Ashley DeLeon. Haskell knocking it up. Molly Mannion trying to knock it down. English takes it away, goes the other way. Zayas gives it up, gets it back. Broken up, Klasko clears it away. Here's Welton battling. They push it by Welton. Nice job by DeLeon. Excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong side of the score sheet. That's Ava Thurman with the nice rush. And it was Ava Thurman the last time that tried to get the shot off. Two good rushes by Thurman. Newsom will get to kick it away. Ava Thurman, the daughter of Tony. Outstanding football, basketball player. Granddaughter of, niece of Ed, who was also a great two-sport athlete. Both of those in the Hall of Fame at Glasgow. Collins with it, pushes it ahead. Knocked away. English clears it. It goes off English. Glasgow kept it in play. Looking to get a shot, just a little roller into Newson, who makes the easy play. I'm looking at Ariana Garcia with a thigh just about her knee, a big pad taped out there playing. Her and Welton and Guzman back on defense. Collins with it. Back to Carenti. Across to Kitty Mannion. And I honestly can't tell whether it's Jessica Page or Brent Bullock back playing defense. I'll give them both credit because the number on their back, the 7 looks like a 1, the 1 looks like a 7. They both play defense and they both play very well. One, Jessica Page, is a senior and a captain. Thurman picks it off, knocks it to the net. Knocked down there by Garcia. Thurman trying to keep it alive. Mannion kicks it ahead. Thurman with it. Collins took it away. The English player trying to take it away went down hard. She's still down. Looks like she might have got the wind knocked out of her. Let's hope that's all it is. Amy Gutierrez, that would be a big loss. She's a very good player defensively. So she's up. I think she's just trying to get the wind back. I think she bumped into Mary Collins and just had the wind knocked out of her momentarily. She's up, walking around. Okay, thank God. So she's okay. They're giving her an extra minute or two. They'll break and we'll get back. Houston will get to kick it away. It's been a bizarre year. St. Mary's and Tech are getting ready for softball and baseball. And that'll be the first time in 2 years they didn't play a game last year. Everything went to the final. Now Thurman, who can fly, gets caught by Welton, and Welton hustles up and breaks up the play. Looked like Thurman might be able to go in and get a shot. But baseball and softball didn't play a game. It got to St. Mary's girls, English boys were going to the state final in basketball. Canceled. Shot right out in front. Couldn't get a lot on it. Just kind of tipped it. I think that was Carenti. Off English, Glasgow will put it in play. It was actually Lauren Wilson with that kick that Newsom made the save on. So I move a little further up, Molly Mannion and Mary Collins getting set to put it in play. And it gets tipped and knocked out. And Collins takes it in. It slips by. Everybody just rolled to the net. Newsom makes the easy save. Collins knocks it down. Pushes it to Thurman. Back to Collins. Broken up nicely. Sinking in and taking it away was Wilson. And then knocking it away was Welton. And knocking it off Glasgow. 15 minutes in and counting this first half, no score. English and Glasgow, as I like to call it, Thanksgiving in May. English trying to get a sweep. The boys won the first game. The Lady Rams trying to get a piece, make it a split. Thurman popped it up. Gutierrez knocked it away for English. Back to Thurman. Collins pushes it up. Blocked. Shot from long range by Waterman. Sliced way wide left and out of play. Newsom will get to use that right foot again. Looking to walk in. Broken up nicely. Defense doing a good job for English. Glasgow back at it. It's been down English end the vast majority of this game. They got that one shot on net that Newsom made the save on. Just a little touch. That slices out of play. So here we go with Mannion and Collins again. Collins gets around one. Gets around two. Try to center it. And gets knocked out by Emma Farris Howes. She's made a couple of nice plays. Corner kick coming up for the Lady Rams. As we're approaching the halfway mark of this first half. English clears it away. Mannion takes the shot. Deflects off English. Right back to Waterman. Trying to center it. Deflected away. Out. Off Glasgow. Not quite the halfway mark. They're going to mark it on the clock at halfway. Through this first half, it's been territorial-wise all English, but the scoreboard is zeros. Glasgow nothing, English nothing, halfway through this first half. We come out of the timeout, Glasgow's right back at it. They pop it up in front, bounces around, English clears it away. They blew the whistle. I don't know if somebody got a hand on it. They're giving a penalty kick. No, it's just a free kick. It's not a penalty kick. English can defend. Mary Collins. Shot. Nice save by Newson. Collins left it for Wilson, and she, good hard shot, looking for that far corner. And Newson made a terrific save. Now the English player goes down. Classical with the takedown. English will get a free kick. That was a big save. She made that other. Still a save in front of the net. You got to be quick. A little touch, but you got to be quick to get that. They knock it deep. Flaherty will come out and play it on a couple of hops. And she boots it upfield. And it's right back in the English end as English knocks it out. Kitty Mannion puts it in play. They knock it deep. Guzman got away with a grab there. She got a piece of the classical player. Shot from long range by Thurman. Started wide right, stayed wide right. Goes out of play. Newsom will get to kick it away. English hasn't been anywhere near the net. Sayers had a shot from long range. They kick it deep. And he called it off English. English picked it off. And then he knocked it out. This is the deepest the ball has been in a long time. Glasgow will make a couple of substitutions. With the league tournament coming up, GBL will have a little mini tournament at the end of the regular season. Classical girls will be right near the top. Malden will probably be the number 1 seed. Classical could be number 2. They could get a home game. English would be on the road. I think English boys and classical boys would be on the road. All depends on how many teams are going to want to play. They've been really fussy. Some of the teams haven't played. Some of the teams have had problems with COVID. They tip it ahead out in front. Newson gets there first. She gets overrun. They made 2 nice passes, cleared it. Looked like Classical was going to be one-on-one with Newson. I think it was Victoria Medeiros, I think, looking for that other pass. She got it. Newson came out and got to the ball the same time Medeiros did. Medeiros ran right over her, but Newson held on to the ball. English coming back. Molly Mannion hustling, broken up. Okay. It was Gutierrez trying to get in the middle. Collins gets by, and then it goes out of play. She got around Welton, but she tipped it, and it slid out of play. Gutierrez will put it in play. Now it's not going to be, it's going to be Welton. Get to Gutierrez. She'll bring it up. Knocks it ahead. Garcia knocks it further. Thurman kept it in. Gets the return pass. Broken up by Zayas. Zayas trying to half pass, half shot. It got blocked. It winds up on the far side. It'll go out of play. Zayas is the one that English wants to have the ball, and especially if she can get a shot off. She's the big threat for the Bulldogs. Classical has a couple of players. Zayas gets broken up. Might have been Carenti with the play. It was Ava Carenti knocking that away before Zayas could get control. Haskell back at it. Knocked down. Haskell gets there first. Hustling is Medeiros. Knocks it home. Just inside the near post. Newsom diving, just missed it. And Medeiros knocks it home. So all that pressure finally pays off. It went from the far side to the near side. Medeiros got there first, walking in. She drilled it. Newsom dive. Just couldn't get there. Zayas from long range. All she could do was hit a little ground ball, and Flaherty made the save. But Medeiros hit it just inside the near post. And Newsom, with the dive, just missed getting a piece of it. They clear it upfield to Thurman. It bounced right over a foot out of bounds. So we mentioned that play has been the classical side. Almost looks like the field is tilted because it's been in the inside English territory almost all of this first half. They didn't have a lot of opportunities. Newsom made a couple of saves, but they finally got one that they could knock home. Collins broken up. Mannion pops it up. Thurman will get it. Knocked away. Waterman takes it away. Knocked up. I'm going to say Page. It looks like a 7, but it could be a 1. Shot from long range at a tough angle. Slides high, wide, and off to the far side. Out of play. As we have 10 minutes left in this first half. Classical now on the goal by Victoria Medeiros, leaving it 1-0. Newsom will get to kick it away. Thurman got a piece and fell down for her efforts. It goes out off her. English will get to put it in play. I did it in the first game, I'll do it in this game too. A big tip of the hat to so many people. You know, the athletic directors, the coaches, the players, the parents, the teachers, the principals, the superintendent doing an outstanding job trying to get these kids back in school, trying to get them back in their, not just the sports activities, but the clubs at school, trying to get them so they make sure they have a graduation, a prom, things they haven't had before with everything shut down. So many people behind the scenes working hard, all those great nurses and healthcare people and doctors and giving the vaccines, getting the vaccines, making sure everybody gets them, putting a lot of time in, getting people vaccinated. So many people working for so many people. And a big tip of the hat to everybody, police, fire. Just to talk about team sports, what a team effort it's been getting all this done, getting everything set. It's only a short season, but it's a season and the kids are getting it done and they're having a good time and they enjoy it, they love it. Glad to be back. Hopefully, very shortly, September will be here. We'll be back to full seasons and full school and get back to getting back to a full, regular, normal life, if we can remember what that was like. Actually getting to not being afraid to get near people or relatives. You can actually hug and kiss your granddaughters and daughters, family members. So congratulations to everybody. It's been a tremendous team effort by a lot of people doing a lot of work, spending a lot of time, wearing themselves out. And God bless them all for what they do. 7 minutes and counting left in this first half. Classical has eked out a 1-0 lead. Tipped up off English out of play. They'll get another corner kick. It's virtually been all Classical because anything English, if they got a shot on Flaherty, it's been from a long distance and easy look. Zayas got a couple of those, but easy saves. Had it pop loose. And I think that was Medeiros again getting a piece and chipped it up over the net and out of play. It bounced right to her. It was like, I guess it was Mary Collins that got that shot. They kick it deep. Glasgow, will they get there? They kept it in. Good hustle. They throw it out in front. English clears it away. And they knock it deep. Zayas takes it around a couple. Pushes it to the near side. And that was Garcia, but she pushed it too far. She's trying to push it to herself. Actually, it was Gutierrez. Thurman gets around. knocks it ahead. Knocked loose. Thurman gets it back. Takes the shot. Newsom fell down, but got a piece of it and deflected away, and they knock it in. I don't know if that was Collins. They got the shot. Newsom was falling down. She deflected it away from the net. Glasgow thought they had a shot, and then all of a sudden Glasgow got it back. Long range shot from Eliza Carenti. Newsom. Was that Mary Collins? The consensus of opinion up here is that I said Mary Collins. They're thinking that it was Maggie Nerrick, a family name that people will know here in the city of Lynn. So Mary Collins wouldn't mind that I mentioned she might have got it. Collins with a nice little shift, and it slipped off her foot. Now she bangs into the. She ran right over Garcia. So it gives Klaska a little bit of breathing room. We mentioned English, a young team, they only have one senior, and the one senior is not playing. Hasn't played in a couple of games. And she's a very good defender, so that hurts. That's Garcia kicking it out. Molly Manuel put it in play. Molly, like Ava Thurman, two-sport athlete, basketball. They were put in play, but Molly Manuel was replaced, but she wasn't off the field yet. So now they'll do it for a third time. Asambo will put it in play to Collins. Trying to center it. It's loose out in front. Shot. They knock it home. Awful hard to keep track of them after they make that. Everybody goes in and grabs everybody and puts a hug on everybody. You get them right in your sights, and then everybody gets all around them. Who was that? Was that Karaki? 16. Yep. I was about, again, it's awful difficult from up here to try and negotiate those numbers. Lauren Wilson got the goal. Again, a little bit of a scrum. Shot came from the near side. Wilson on the far side was able to bang it home. From long range, Newson makes the save. So it's all classical here as we're winding down this first half. Zayas has a couple of shots on net, but they're from long range and easy saves for Flaherty. Collins got that last shot that was on net that Newson had to make the save. And the ball has been in the English end probably 90% of the time as we're winding down this first half. A big one for Glasgow. And unless lightning strikes, Glasgow's going to get Glasgow High School to split because English boys won the first game. As we come to the end of the first half, Glasgow pitching a shutout. It's Glasgow 3, English nothing with a half left. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're getting set to start the second half. A big first half for Glasgow, leading at 3-0. This is like a reverse of the first game. English boys had a big lead at the end of the first half. They led 2-0. They wound up winning it 3-1. So the Glasgow girls are looking to get a split in the two games here, as I call it, Thanksgiving in May. And then if Glasgow wins this, it'll be one game apiece, and we'll settle the dispute on Friday night when English and Glasgow play football here at Manning Field. Victoria Madeiro's got them going with a seeing eye shot inside the near post, just missed by Newson from getting a piece. Maggie Nerrick got the second, and then Warren Wilson scored to make it 3. As I mentioned, Glasgow's only had a couple of shots on net, both of them by Zayas, and both of them were from long range. That Flaherty had a good look at and played it like a ground ball. Had 2 easy saves. English goes down as Glasgow controls the ball. English breaks it up. Trying to push it in front was Irie's Son. Yeah, Glasgow just tips it out of play behind the net. That was Delaney Dana, daughter of the Lynn English baseball coach. Mannion knocks it ahead. Collins gets to it first. Pushes it down the far side. Thurman with it there. English got in front. Knocked it away and knocked it out. Mannion and Collins will get together again to put it in play. Start of the second half of this girls' game. Big doubleheader here with the boys in the first game. Shot, blocked and knocked away by Garcia. She's played very well back there defensively. Shot from long range. Newsom gets a good look at it. Plays it on a couple of hops. That was Mary Collins with the shot. English trying to walk in, trying to get loose. A little bit of contact there. They break up the play, Classical. And they wind up with possession. Dana with a rush down the near side. Trying to go to the middle, pushed it a little too far. And Emma Ferris Howes knocked it away, and then the shot from long range. Handled easily by Newsom. That was Guthrie with the shot. Trying to center it. Knocked it behind the net, out of play. I guess it was deflected because English is going to get a corner kick. Coming from the far side. Everybody picking a partner out in front. Knocked in. Sitting right in the doorstep. It went right by everybody. I think that was Waterman. It sailed by everybody. She was almost in the net when it got on her foot and she knocked it in. I'm not sure whether it was Waterman or Guthrie who knocked it in. That was a perfect corner kick. Went right. It almost went in. If they let it go, it might have gone into the net. And now I'm looking. Glasgow's got some subs in here, and they got another corner kick, and I think it was Jaden Mateo. When you look at it, the 9 on her back almost looked like a 5. So it was number 9. But a perfect corner kick. And sitting right in, as I said, she was virtually in the net. Glasgow's going to get another corner kick. She was virtually in the net when the ball came down, and she just touched it with her foot, and it was in. Corner kick will come from the far side again. Everybody again picking partners. That one just went by. There was a classical player there. That one just sailed by the far post. There were green shirts there, but it was a little high. They couldn't get it. And that was Dana right there. And Mateo was there as well. But Dana was right there, but it was just a little too high. She couldn't get to it. And it went back and went by everybody and went out of play. So Classical really dominating here early in the second half. We're 9 minutes in, and the ball hasn't crossed midfield. It's been in the English end for all 9 minutes. Glasgow's coming off a game they played here against Chelsea yesterday where it was 6-0 at halftime. And they actually didn't attempt to score. They tried to play keep away in the second half so they wouldn't embarrass Chelsea. And now the score's not the same. English is playing as hard as they possibly can. But Classical is just keeping them at bay. And they can't do anything offensively. Kitty Mannion knocks it ahead. Knock loose. Blocked. It goes toward the net. Ferris Howes knocked it away. Hayes takes it away. It's been a long time since the ball has been in Classical territory, and now it goes back on the English side. Trying to knock it deep. Nothing but green shirts there. They'll kick it back to Flowers. This is the first time she's touched the ball in a very long time, and it comes from her own team. Nerrick with it. Knocked away by Guzman. Derrick again. Hoskell tips it. Shot blocked by English. It'll go out of play. Hoskell will get another corner kick. Derrick's shot got blocked. Corner this time will come from the near side. Well, the Classical player is standing inside the net. Now it comes out just about a foot. They get it up, tipped away. Classical got a foot on it. All they could do was just tip it. Guzman was able to, Newson was able to make the save. It bounced around a couple of times. Mary Collins, I think, was the last one to touch it. Just a little pooch. Newson was able to make the save. But again, traffic all over out in front of the English net. Ferris Howes knocks it to the near side. Tipped. Nerrick takes it away. Trying to knock it deep. It gets through. They center it, blocked. Mateo shot, knocked it way wide right. Haskell again putting pressure on. They'll make wholesale substitutions. English has a win and a tie. Glasgow 3-1-1. They only lost to Malden. As Newson kicks it away. And Glasgow keeps it in the English end. Kitty Mania knocks it back. Pushed it a little too far. Fans going crazy over that little takeaway, little switch. They almost gave it away. Glasgow was offside. They were inside. That ball bounced and Glasgow was going to walk in, but they were offside. That was Medeiros. Haskell picks it off. Mary Collins coming back. Looking for Nerrick. Guzman knocks it away. Page trying to keep it in. Page tips it back. English takes it away. Glasgow takes it back. Down the far side, trying to cut back to the middle. Harris Howes picks it off, boots it away, and out of bounds. They get it down deep. Trying to center it. Deflected, out. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Coming from the far side, they get it out in front. Newson went high in the air, tipped it to herself. Nice job. She'll kick it away. And Glasgow picks it off. Right back at it. Down the far side. Centering pass blocked. Mary Collins picks it off, walks around, takes the shot. English got a piece of it. Glasgow will get another corner kick. Newson hasn't really been able to take too much of a breath because the ball has been in her end. Flaherty on the other side. Could have bought a ticket for this one. Maybe Collins' shot got blocked, looking to get it back, deflected. Deflected away from Nerek. Shot popped up, goes wide. Glasgow all over the net again. Houston again will get to use that right foot as we're closing in on the halfway mark of this second half. Glasgow's going to get the split. They lost the boys' game, but they're going to get the win in the girls' game. As I mentioned, that'll leave it up to the two football teams on Friday. Bumped and knocked down. Glasgow will get a free kick. She pushed the ball by, went to go get it, got a little hip check, pump. Coming from the 24, the far right. Line drive, never got anywhere near the net. Popped away. Nerek knocks it down. Collins got a piece. Collins winds up with a nice little shift. Pass ahead. Couldn't control it to get a shot off. As we just get past the halfway mark, the ball goes out of play. We'll get a stoppage and a timeout with Glasgow leading English 4-0.